Today's video is to support you if you are struggling, if you have an issue you're dealing with, there's problems you're facing, stuck in a rut, life challenges, obstacles. Doesn't matter what area of your life, this is a loving, compassionate and empowering pep talk to help you through. I'm going to share with you 7 things that you want to be remembering at this time. So the first thing is you're not alone. Now that means different things. First of all, you're not alone. You're here with me, you're here in this community, so you're not alone. So it doesn't matter if you feel like you've got no family around you, if you've got no friends around you, if you've got no one that understands you. You do have people that care about you. They may not be in your local vicinity or in your immediate circle, but there are people out here in the world that care about you genuinely. I don't have to know you personally to know that I love you, because I love the soul you are. Because you and I are both souls and we're both here having a journey, and it can be tough sometimes. So I hear you, I see you, and I understand. The second thing is that you're not alone in going through challenges, struggles, obstacles. If you're facing depression, anxiety, stress, career problems, financial problems, relationship loneliness, whatever it might be, there are people all over the world that are experiencing similar things to you. We all have highs in our lives and we all have lows in our lives. And so when you feel like you're the only one going through struggles, don't forget that what you see on social media is not an accurate representation of the real world. Don't forget that people only put their smiling, happy face forward, and that actually everybody goes through challenges. And really importantly, there's nothing wrong with you if you're struggling. There's nothing wrong with you. If you're psychologically, emotionally struggling, if you're struggling financially, in your family, in your career, in whatever area of your life and your health, you are a beautiful, divine, magnificent soul. And just because you're facing challenges doesn't mean you're broken or that there's something wrong with your life. Welcome to life and being human. And yes, we don't always have to have these struggles and problems, and there is light, and you can have a balanced life without challenges all the time. But when you're having them, it's really important not to wrong yourself. The second thing in our pep talk today is that I want you to consider that the solution to your problem, to your challenge, to your healing, to your whatever that you're going through and you're struggling with, the solution already exists. In the universe, in the world we live in, there is already a solution to the issue you're facing. There is a pathway and there is a way for you to walk forward to whatever it is that will get you out of this situation, into greater peace, into greater health, into greater whatever it is that you need at this time. And so you may not see the solution yet, you may not know what the path is yet, but it's really important to remember there is a solution, there is a path. And you have to remember that in order to be able to access signs, synchronicities, professional help, willingness and openness to accept help, creative, innovative ideas, inspirations or intuition that you have about what you might do next to help yourself. Those things only become available to you, and you only kind of become aware of them and are willing to act on them when you remember there is a path, there is a solution. Because we can sometimes get in a space where we think, what's the point? We stop looking for the solutions because we're so burdened by the struggle or the challenge. The third thing to remember is that you don't have to rely on your own strength alone to face a struggle, a challenge, an issue, a problem, whatever it is. If you think you have to rely solely on your own mind and your 2 hands in this giant world with an overwhelming problem that you're facing, it can feel like a lot to handle. But you are far more than your mind and your little body. You are an incredibly expansive consciousness, and you are a strong and vibrant energy field. And yes, you have your mind and your intelligence and your creativity, but you have your inspirations and intuition coming from your spirit or your soul, which comes through you. You have life, which is putting people, information, events and situations in your path on purpose to help you evolve and to grow. So always remember that you can ask life to help you. And it may feel like you've asked a lot and nothing is showing up, but just remember that there is an order and a timing to things, and never lose faith in that you can converse with life. You can converse with, if it's a religious belief for you or a spiritual belief, God created the universe, something, someone out there, help me. Always remain connected to that. You don't have to do this alone for yourself, okay? There is something greater than you that is at play in your life, and you can converse with that and invite that to help you. Number 4 is be willing to see the situation differently, okay? It doesn't matter what you're struggling with. You want to open up and say, I am willing to see this differently. Something I learned from A Course in Miracles, okay? I am willing to see this differently. What it does is it opens your mind up to realize that the way I'm seeing this is not the only way to see this. There are other ways to look at this which may create a breakthrough for me with my healing, my health, my emotions, my career, my business relationships, whatever it is. And there are 3 little mantras, ideas, lessons that I use to help me see things differently. Not each one of these is going to fly in every situation. They're not always going to be necessarily situation appropriate, but just play with them. The first one is, this is meant to be happening. So when I'm struggling with something, I'll say, okay, this is meant to be happening. I've got a health problem, I've got a financial problem, I've got a friendship problem, I've got whatever. So, okay, this is meant to be happening. If that was true, this is meant to be happening, then that would mean everything is right on track, everything is right on time, and somehow this is going to lead me to some amazing place that I can't see yet. Okay, that can be difficult to stomach, that idea, in some situations. So if it doesn't fly with you, then you might try these other ideas. One that my lovely friend always shares with me, one of my beautiful friends and mentors often says, remember, this is happening for me, not to me. That little lesson helps us remember that in the darkest of times, something is happening, spiritually speaking, something is happening below the surface. We are having the rough edges rubbed off us. We're being shined like a diamond, put under pressure. We're being asked to move away from what doesn't serve us so that we can finally move towards what does. Sometimes to have breakthroughs, we have to have breakdowns. Things have to dissolve in order for us to be willing to see things differently and do things differently. Again, this may not fly in every situation, but it's an extremely helpful little lesson to remember. And then the last one is something that I learned from Dr. Kim Durrama. I love her work, and you might have seen that Kim and I have done some live streams and things together before, and we're going to do one very soon again. And she introduced me to this question, what is right about this? So when you're in a struggle, something's difficult, health, maybe it's money, maybe it's love, relationship breakdown, something's going on in your life and you're struggling. What is right about this? Again, that question may not fit for some situations, but it makes you think, well, what's right about this is it's asking me to move away from this because this isn't working for me, or it's asking me to see that this is helping me to look more deeply at what I need to heal inside myself, or this is asking me to behave differently, or whatever it might be. So that's the 4th tip, is see things differently. The next one is, I want you to remember when you're struggling and you feel like it's really difficult and you may be feeling weakened in yourself, don't think so little of yourself. Most people think so little of themselves, they have no idea their capacity, their level of resilience, their inner strength, and their magnificence. And maybe they've never known it, or maybe they knew it and they've lost sight of it because the struggle has become so difficult. And I'm here to remind you to not think so little of yourself. When I look at you, I'm not looking at someone who's struggling or someone who's got this problem or that problem. Yeah, those things exist. I'm not denying that. But I see in you the magnificence of your spirit, and your spirit wants you to remember that. There's a strength in you that will come out in the deepest and darkest of challenging times, but you have to remind yourself of it. 6th tip, pep talk tip when you're struggling, is take action. Make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do to help yourself. Yes, people can help you, but you have to stand up and help yourself as well. So sometimes you need to look at what you're doing. Literal, physical, tangible action. Are you taking care of the things that need to be taken care of? If it's a health thing, are you taking care of your body? If it's a mental, emotional health thing, are you seeing someone who can help you? Are you reaching out to people? Are you getting the resources that you need? It can be really difficult, I know, but there is a part of you that wants to, and there is a part of you that's capable of taking the small little actions, even if it was just one tiny action a day, to help yourself. Okay, so take action in the right direction. If it's career, if it's money, what do you need to do to take care of that situation, to resolve it, to create a breakthrough, to learn something that you can do differently, seek professional help, whatever it might be. And the 7th final tip in this pep talk, if you're struggling, is I want to ask you this: what mindset is going to help you not only survive this struggle, but thrive on the other side of it? Go and write down 5 things that you need to be believing and thinking that are going to get you through the struggle, that are going to be the core foundations of a mindset that will have you not only survive as a brilliant, powerful being who gets through this resiliently, but also thrive on the other side of it. Your mindset is critical. And when we go through struggle, our mindset and emotional system can get all off on a funky tangent. Okay, so you want to be using things like meditation, guided visualizations, affirmations, positive self-talk, move your body, flush your body with energy, exercise, keep yourself moving. These things all support your mindset. And if you're really struggling, make sure that you're seeing someone, if you can, a counselor, a therapist, someone who's professional to help you. But also the self-help technique of EFT, emotional freedom techniques, also known as tapping, is a very powerful thing to support your emotional system and your mindset and your body when you're struggling with whatever kind of situation. So that's the 7 tips, this pep talk if you're struggling. I'm sending big love to you. If you need resources, if you're not sure where to start, you can look across my channel. You can go to thedailypositive.com. We've got loads of resources. Email support@thedailypositive.com if you need resources for a particular topic or area, and we can point you in the right direction. Sending big love to you. If this has been helpful, please give it a like. If you're here on my social media, please share it with others that might benefit. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon.